Hello. Today I'm going to show you how to solve two problems that I've run into myself when I'm working with large documents or documents that maybe are even short that I've been working with over some time period. Now, first example is let's assume that you're working on your dissertation, a thesis, or maybe the great American novel. And you've been putting it off for some time and you have a printed copy in front of you, but you know that you've been working on it off and on a little bit. And so you're reading this version and you like the version that you're reading, but you're not sure where you put that version, which version it is, and you don't remember what date it is. So I'm going to show you how to add the file name and the path very easily to your documents so you'll never lose them again, and when you have a printed copy in front of you, you're going to know exactly where that document is. And I'm also going to show you how to add the last date that it was saved. So when you're looking at your printed copy, you can see, okay, this is the version that I saved on January 1st, 2029. Well, you'll be able to go right to that document then because you know where it is and what it's called by having the file name and the file path. And we're going to put it in the footer in this case. Now, it's going to update each and every time you print the document. So when you're looking at a hard copy, you're going to see, hey, there it is. It is current and updated. So I'm going to add a couple of field codes to my footer of this document. So I have a little document, several pages that I'm working on. Been working on this for a while. I want to make sure I get an A on this particular paper. So I'm going to put in a footer here. So I'll go to Insert and I'll go ahead and put in footer. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and start with a nice blank footer here. Okay, I'm going to erase the type here because I want to put in my own information. I'm going to hit the backspace key so that I can go to the left margin because the file name and path is going to be quite large in this case. Okay, I find this field code, okay, for the file name and the path under Quick Parts. So I go to the Insert tab, and under the text section I'm going to choose Quick Parts, and then I'm going to choose Field. Alright, there's all kinds of fields that we can add here, but what I'm looking for is the file name, and so I'll go right into the file name. I can have it uppercase, lowercase, or title case. So I'm going to go ahead and go with title case here. Now, very, very important with this particular field, notice the option here to add the path. Yes, indeed, I want this path added here as well. So I'll go ahead and turn that on, and I'll click OK. And there I have it. All right, so this is in Drive F in the folder called Book Reports, and it's called Final Book Report. And as I mentioned, we're going to set this up so that it will update each and every time we print. Now, I also want to add a field here that will tell me what version I'm looking at because it's very easy to get several different versions, put them in several different places. So I'm going to hit the Tab key to go over to the left margin, and this is a right aligned tab, so I'm going to go ahead and type date last saved, and now I'm going to put in another field code here that is the save date. So I'm going to go back to Quick Parts on the Insert tab, go into Field, and I'm going to go down into, you notice that we have different options here, different categories here. This is a date and time, so I'm going to go ahead and click the date and time category here, and now we have the last date that we printed it. In this case, I want the last date that it was saved. I'll go ahead and choose the format that I want, and I'll click OK. All right, there we have it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and save this. And I'm going to go ahead and close the header and footer. I'm just going to click somewhere outside of that, double click outside of that. Okay, and as I mentioned, if I were to put this someplace else or name it something else, I want to make sure that that particular file name updates. Now, there's a little bit of an issue, and when you maybe have used field codes and date codes throughout your document, you've learned how to do a Control A, which selects the entire document, or you can triple click here on the left side to do that as well, and then you press F9. So when you press the F9, it's supposed to update all the fields in the document. Unfortunately, it does not update with the F9 function key fields that are within headers or footers. Now let me demonstrate what I'm talking about here. I'm going to put this particular file in a different location, and then we're going to see if it updates or when it updates. So I notice that it's in the program files on drive F. Well, no wonder I couldn't find it. I should have been in the book report folder, not the program files folder. So let's go ahead and do a save as, and I'm going to do a save as just to keep the original, just in case I mess it up here. I'm going to go ahead and go into the program files, go back to drive F. No, I don't want it in program files. I want it in book reports, and now we'll call it the final book report. We'll click save. Okay, well, you'll notice that it did not update. It still says program files. Well, if I do want to update, I can update it manually, but I have to actually select it and then right click and choose update field. But let me show you how that works here. So I go back into the footer. I'm going to right click on that particular field and I'm going to choose update field. Now when I do, it does update to book reports and I can see exactly where it is. Well, that's okay, but that's kind of annoying, and I have to remember to do that. So one of the ways to kind of get it to automatically update is to turn on an option so that every time I print, it does update all the fields in the document, which in this case would include the fields that are in the footer. So I do that by going into the options, the display options actually. So I'll go into the file menu and I will choose options and I will choose display. Now you'll notice I already have it turned on. It is a very useful field for me, but it probably isn't turned on for you. But under the printing options, down near the bottom of the display options, we have the option of update fields before printing. Okay? Well, we'll click OK. Now, every time I print, or here's the key, do a print preview, it updates all the fields in the document. Let me demonstrate that by, once again, I'm going to save this into a different location here. So I'll go ahead and do a save as, and we'll go into book reports here. Okay, let's put it in the family videos folder. Okay, well, I'll never find it there, but thankfully I've got a field that tells me that it's there. And again, it did not update, even though that is not where this particular document is. But if I go into File and I choose print and I do a print preview, notice that it does update and now tell me that the location of this particular version of this document, which I've got way too many versions out there, and that's just of course for demonstration purposes here, but it happens, it does happen. I know that it's in the family videos folder. So if I go back to my document, just doing the print preview did update the fields, and that's a lot quicker than having to go into each and every field in your footer, right clicking on them and choosing update field, because that also would update the date as well. So now I've shown you how easy it is to use the file name and path field within the footer so that you'll never lose a document again, and to add the date code, or the date that it was last saved, to a footer as well, but you can put it anywhere. And now we'll never get stuck with a different version. We'll know that whatever version we're reading by the hard copy, or even in the printout here, if we've done it, if it's on screen, if we've done a print, we'll know when it was last saved, and we'll say, no, I know I worked on it after that, or I didn't. Okay, pretty simple little feature. Hopefully it is something that you can use. If you did like this video, please consider liking it. Please consider subscribing to my channel. I have many other Word and Excel and PowerPoint tutorials out there. And also on my website, luthermaddy.com, are many step-by-step instructions for the things that I discuss on my videos. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the next video.